Hello everyone. I'm sure you all use Google services on your smartphone. This could be your Google Play Store, your Google browser, Google Chrome, YouTube, and so on. Many users actually find that their phone has a certain number of apps, and it seems like you have plenty of storage. But then comes a time when you can't figure out where all that storage has disappeared to. The culprit could be the search queries you type in your browser when Z is just in for information. Well, clearing your cache or data isn't even related to clearing your data. This is secondary data accumulation in hidden folders on Android, which websites collect it. So Google actually takes up most of what has more storage space than you think. Now I'll show you how to free up that space and how to prevent these files from a good files from a films plugin in the first place, because it's not a good thing, Peshwat. Firstly, it clogs up your storage. Well, secondly, all these files that have already accumulated collect information from other apps to send you a lot of ads on your phone. Anyway, I'll tell you everything now and show you. Be sure to support the video with a like, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends. So look, you need to open the Google Chrome browser. Next, click the three dots in the top right corner. Then click Settings. Scroll down and find an item called Website Settings. Click it. First, you need to scroll down and find a setting called Storage Size. Click it. Here you'll see a certain number of websites that are already collecting some information. That is, these are the websites you visited, perhaps even just once. And this website has intentionally saved its files to Moksopu, how you use your smartphone. Let me give you a quick example. If you were interested in a certain smartphone, you want to buy it, you went to a website to check its price, its specs, and generally get some information about it. And then you exited the browser. Subsequently, literally within an hour, but see ads of all the specific phone you were interested in. And all this data is collected by the websites you viewed. Plus, it takes up some extra voice. Well, I don't have many websites right now because I periodically clean them out. But if you've never been here, you'll likely have a huge list here. You'll have two options. First, you can select a specific website you don't need and thus delete the data and reset the permissions at the ends. In other words, you can do a selective deletion, so to speak, because you might need some websites. Second, simply click delete all data and everything will be cleared. But you should be aware that if you've registered on a website and entered your credentials, you'll likely have to be entered, shouldn't enter them. Then go back, find a setting called the Site Data Saved on Default. Websites can save data on your device. Go here. This slider may be enabled. This means each website will attempt to save its personal data for future monitoring of your searches. Of course, there may be a specific list here, but even if it's not listed, I recommend disabling it to prevent this data from being saved. It also says here that websites save information, your preferences, your data, and so on your device. Basically, just disable the slider, then go back and find a setting called automatic download. This is very important. Look, if you have this slider enabled, even though it says to ask first, to understand that when you visit a website, some ads usually pop up. This is a very common occurrence. You click on them and are simply redirected to a completely unfamiliar site, or even automatically. This could download some kind of virus to your phone, or and in general, with automatic downloads, even the site itself could automatically request the information you were looking for, and you won't even know it's downloading. Of course, go ahead and disable this and don't rush to change it again. I'll show you some other important information that will not only help you save memory, but also increase your privacy on your device. Use the back arrow to go back. Here you'll find more third-party cookies. Here, click here. And most likely on almost every phone, you'll have permission to allow the use of third-party on-product cookies. Websites will function normally. Well, it seems like there's nothing to worry about, yes. But by doing so, you're allowing absolutely any website to access absolutely all the information on your smartphone, or basically to protect yourself first and foremost, do increase your phone's privacy online. Block booty anti third-party cookies. There. But look, some features may not work, we're told. However, linked websites will still be able to use third-party cookies. So it looks like we've blocked this, but in reality, we haven't really blocked anything. Yagi. You need to click this arrow, and that takes you to an additional menu. And here in the description, you can see that browser activity is being tracked, for example, to display personalized advertising command. And here it says that this is supposedly used for your convenience, for example, so you don't have to sign in again. But I'll tell you that even if you've logged into your account on a website, you'll still be able to log in without these settings, because those browsers have a password manager. If you've previously saved this password, you'll continue to log into those websites automatically. And what's written here doesn't affect your access to websites where you've saved your password. So of course, we need to turn off this off. This is a slider here, because we're also allowing information sharing with Is-are-eberen. So imagine you search for something on Google, and Google automatically shared the information you were looking for with the apps and Touchstone. It's just brutal. Turn off the slider, but don't rush to toggle it. Be sure to watch the video to the end. I'll show you some other important and very important settings that affect not only your security, but also the overall performance of your smartphone. Use the back arrow to go back and then back again. Scroll down and find another setting called embedded content. And if you go here, you'll read that websites can request permission to use stored information. Audio, masim audium. What kind of information is this? Of course, it's the initial data you enter into almost any app. Or this could be your last name, first name, middle name, date of birth, phone number, or whatever you enter. Or enter to make the app work. It all depends on the apps you use. For example, if you have a personalized fitness app installed, you've always entered your weight, height, diet, number of workouts, and so on. This is the information that will be transferred. Of course, if you use other apps, the information will be completely different to Zayaga. For example, your in-app email address or simply location information. Basically, just turn off this slider and rest assured you've fine-tune your smartphone settings. Firstly, Google will collect information and store a few of those files that have accumulated as wind treated from other websites on your device. This will free up your storage space and prevent further accumulation of such files. Not only will you have more storage, but your online privacy will also be enhanced, and your phone will perform better